So we will start with this impedance matching network with a specific problem. And here impedance matching network using the lumped element, the we had discussed the basic background for this. Now we will go for the specific problem. Okay, lumped element, that is the L section network. Now we will discuss the problem, that is what the impedance matching we have to do. Now here the some given things are there. So here what is given, your impedance always matched with the load. So your ZL is given. So ZL equals to what? So ZL is given as 10 plus J10 ohm. Okay, 10 plus J10. This is the ZL, and you have to match with what? Impedance matching is with the Z0, and Z0 obviously by default it is 50 ohm. If it is not given, then you can consider it is 50 ohm. If it is some problems it is not given, so 50 ohm by default you can consider. Otherwise, whatever the impedance is given, so that impedance you can consider as the impedance. Okay, uh, so this will be the uh, impedance there. Now consider here the frequency. Now the frequency f equals to 1 gigahertz. 1 gigahertz is the frequency given. Now frequency, what these three things are sufficient, that is given the circuit, design a lumped element matching network. So design a lumped element matching network for this frequency and this particular load impedance. So ZL is there. So you have to what you have to do, the procedure is normal. So ZL normalize, that we have to do. So we will go for the solution. So in the solution we will go for the ZL normalize. So ZL normalize will be, how much it will be? ZL normalize 0.2. Am I right? How we are doing? We are dividing 10 by 50. Again J10 by 50. So it will be 0.2 plus J0.2. Am I right? So this is what your ZL. Now this ZL, what you have to do? ZL you have to plot on your Smith chart. Okay. So you plot this ZL on your Smith chart. So in the Smith chart, we can plot it. So I'll go to the Smith chart. So I'll switch from here. So that is 0.2 and 0.2. Now here, as I told, the Smith chart what we are using is the ZY chart. This complete ZY chart. This you can get it download or get it print out. Okay. So for this Smith chart, you can just first you have to check that how this Smith chart is there. It is previous to this. Okay. So as we discussed, I'll just explain you this Smith chart here. That is, this is what your normal Smith chart, and this is what the line, horizontal line, and you will have the impedance chart. So the impedance chart, this is what your 1 plus this is what your 1 plus jx circle, and the concentric circle will be there. Now in the other Smith chart, that is, this is what the Z chart. By the blue I plot the Z chart, and this is what the Y chart. So this is what you can say a Y chart, which is the red line, and whatever the concentric circle, whatever the concentric circle in this chart, so this is what the Z. So all these multiple concentric circles will be there. That is we can see here. Okay, so same thing is, this is what all the red circles are your Y circles, that is your admittance circles, and the blue circle, whatever this blue circle we are plotting here, these are these blue circles are plot here. So these blue circles are the admittance circle, sorry, impedance circle. So these multiple circles are there, and these multiple circles are shown here. So I'll show you here. So here you can just see the multiple circles are there. Okay, so this is what look like somewhat complicated, but it is not. If you will focus it on it, and so it will be similar to this. Okay, whatever this Smith chart what we are seeing. Now we have, as we have to show and we have to solve the design problem on this. So we will try to understand one by one what is there and how to read the values. Okay, so here the horizontal line you just see. So as you will see here, as this one, I'll change the color. So blue one we have used for the Z, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. So if you will compare this with your whatever the previous previous chart, so this 0.5 and so on. So this is what your impedance values, impedance circle. And if you will go for the red one, this is what 50, 20, opposite, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and so on. This is 1.2. Okay, 1.4. So this, what all these things are, these are the admittance, this is the real part. Okay, so these things are there. So these things you can see here, and we can just go ahead. Okay, so this is what the things that we can use. So I'll just remove it. Now here what we have to plot. So this is what your real part. Now imaginary part. So for imaginary part also you can just look for the imaginary part. Now here this imaginary part, this point. So this is 1. So one of Y and one of Z both are at the same point. If you have the Smith chart, you can look at the Smith chart what you have. So you will understand it. So this is what the real part. Now you can just check. This is 0.2, 0.4, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 1. Okay. So these values, these are what? These are the values of your reactance. Okay. So here, so best part is you can check it at the outermost. So here you will not have any confusion. Okay. So here you just now here it is. I'm just thinking from where it is. Okay. Now this is 1. 1 is the imaginary part. Okay. So this 1 is one dotted line and this one is the thick line. Now this thick line is for for what? It is for your this thick line is for your reactance and the dotted line is for the susceptance. Okay. And here this whatever this dotted line, it is 6, dotted line 8. You can just check here. This is 6, this is 8. Now this dotted line, sorry, 0.8, 0.9, 0.7, you just have to see in opposite manner. 0.6, this 0.6, then this is 2 and 0.5. Okay, so here the thick line is for the reactance. This is what? 1.2. I'll just do it. So this is what the impedance and admittance of this Smith chart. So this only what if you have any confusion. So what you do, what I'll suggest, the simple way for understanding it, for your Z chart, for your ZY chart, you just put a Z chart near it. Okay, ZY chart and Z chart, just compare it. So you will not have any confusion. So if you will have the Z chart and ZY chart, so this confusion will be avoided. You will not have any confusion simply by comparing this, because this only you can do this. Whatever the dotted circles are shown here, whatever the dotted circles. So these dotted circles are these dotted circles, all the dotted circles. So these dotted circles are for the Y chart, and the thick circle, that is the clear line, are for the Z chart. So you can see the Z chart. So the real part, the above lines, whatever this above lines, so all these above lines, that is the real part, that is the reactance, and the below line, that is what the susceptance. So they are opposite. So it start, real part start from 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 and goes on 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 50, and here the infinity. And opposite to this, the lower part is what the the conductance. It start with 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, so on. One of both the is same. 1.2, 1.4, 1.6 goes on here. So in solving the problem, if you will keep both the chart near to you, so it will be easy for you to understand it and to solve this particular problem. Okay, so now what is here the uh, Z value, that is 0.2 plus J 0.2. So you just put that is 0.2 plus j. Is there any confusion? Is there any question? Is there any question? Is there any question? Okay. So this is what the simple part. Now you just go for the location of 0.2 plus 0.2. So where is 0.2? So you just you can go for the real part. So your 0.2 is here. So this is your 0.2 circle, upper circle, the 0.2, and you have to go for the 0.2. So 0.2 will be above. So thick line. So you can just see this thick line, that is 0.1, and this thick line 0.1, the 0.2. So whatever this part, that will be, this is your 0.2. You can see on this line you just go, and here it is 0.2. So this point, okay, this cross, whatever the cross here, this cross is what your this. Okay, now how to, you have to reach here. Okay, you have to reach here. So how we will go? So we can have the way to go here. So it is what your circle, which circle is this? 1 plus, that is inside. Now this problem is of what type? Anyone just quickly tell me, this problem is of what type? This is what your ZL. This is what your ZL. So this is your ZL. ZL is here. Which case is this? Case 1, case 2, case 3?
ZL inside 1 plus JB.
Yes, correct. Z is inside 1 plus, ZL is inside 1 plus JB. So from here, how we will go? So from here, we will solve the problem. How? From here, we will go up this way till here. 1 plus JB circle is this. Okay. And then from here we will go up. I'll just use the another color so that you can understand. Blue. And from here we will go down on this. So have you understood this? So this is, we are going down, and this is what we are going up. This circle is which circle? The very first ZL is located at which circle is this? Impedance or admittance? Red line is impedance circle or admittance circle? Quickly.
Impedance.
Correct. So first is the impedance circle. So in the circuit, what your first part, first element will be in series or parallel? As the
Series.
first series, correct. And second circle is what? This circle is admittance circle. Okay. So what? Second is what? Your parallel. So what will be your circuit? So I'll just go on the circuit. So on your circuit, your the first, this is what the thing here. So it will be visible on. Okay. So your circuit will be this way. First is the series element. So the first is series, this is what your ZL. Okay, the first will be series element and then second will be the parallel. Now we have to find it out which will be the first element. Here also the circuit is visible. Okay, so first is the series element. Now series element, it is going clockwise or anti-clockwise? In Z, clockwise. So element will be
Inductor.
inductor. So I will draw here the inductor. And the second, in the second is, this is what Y. So in the Y, we are going clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Clockwise.
Clockwise. So in Y clockwise, so element will be
Capacitor.
capacitor. So this way your element will be there. So this is what inductor. So your L, and this is what the capacitor C. So this value will be there. Okay. Now we have to find it out, this value. Now go one by one. We will first find it out the inductor. So for finding out the inductor, what we will get? We will get the value of we will get XL, small x. Okay, small XL. So small XL value we will get. So we will find it out the small XL value. Okay, so small XL value, what I'll do, I'll just do it. I will use it. So small XL value here, you have to find it out, small XL. Okay, small XL means what? It is the impedance is the reactance as it is in the series. So you will get the reactance. So you have to find it out. How? From here. Okay. So this point is what? 0.2. This point on this 1 plus JB circle, this you have to just check which point. This point. What is this? You just go here. It is 0.4. Or here also you can see the thick line. This is 0.2, 0.3 thick line. So this is thick line 0.3 and this is 0.4. So you are going 0.2 to 0.4. So what will be? So this will be the imaginary part. What will be the difference? 0.4 minus 0.2. Are you getting this? 0.4 0.4 minus 0.2. 0.4 minus 0.2. Okay. So how much is your XL? So XL equals to, that is equals to 0.2. Am I right? So your XL equals to 0.2. So this is what your small XL. Now here some calculations are there that you have to do. Now this is 0.2. Now we have to go for the capital XL. What is capital XL? Capital XL. What is the difference between small XL and capital XL? That you have to understand in a very well manner. What is small XL? Small XL is what your impedance, reactance on the Smith chart, because this is 0.2, 0.4. Here, just see, this is your 0.2 and this thick line here 0.4. So we have taken a difference. This is XL, and this point I'll name any this point as maybe the point A or whatever it is, you can say. And now this is this is what the reactance, and while putting on the Smith chart, what we do? We do the normalization as we done just now. Now in the normalization, what we do? We divide by Z0. So by for the denormalization, what we have to do, we have to multiply it by the 50. Yes, am I right? Because we are divided. So here 0.2 is what? Small xl. So small xl into 50. Why 50? It is the Z0. So I'll write the formula here. Small xl into Z0. Small xl into Z0. Okay. So this is 0.2. How much it will be? Can anyone give me the answer quickly? Capital XL.
10.
It is
10.
10. Yes. Though this will be 10. Okay. So this will be 10. Now this is XL, you got 10. Now what is our aim? To get XL or something else?
L.
Huh?
We need to find L.
L. Yes, correct. So we want to find it out the L. So we will go for the L. So for the L, so what will be the value of L? So L, XL and L. Can you give me any relation between XL and L? Anyone?
XL is equals to 2 pi FL.
Correct, correct, correct. So we have this formula, that is XL equals to, very basic formula, XL equals to 2 pi. So I don't have the annotation of pi, so I will use this pi, 2 pi FL. Okay. So what is this pi, you know, and F is frequency, L is the value of inductor. So XL is there? Yes, it is there. 2 pi, yes, we know. Frequency, what is given frequency? Here, 1 gigahertz. Okay, so frequency is 1 gigahertz. And L, that we have to find it out. So rearrange the equation. So L equals to what? L equals to capital XL. Always remember. Capital XL upon 2 pi F. Okay, 2 pi F frequency. So put the values. It looks like very simple, and it is a simple, but what all of you just do this step. So it is 10 divided by 2 pi, 2 into 3.14. You put the value of pi in your calculator, and F is equal to 1 gigahertz. 1 into 10 to the power into 10 to the power gigahertz. How much? 10 to the power gigahertz means how much I put? 9.
10 raised to 9.
Yes, 10 to the power 9. So I'll put 10 to the power 9. So this is what the, now you just do it and give me the final answer. L equals to how much?
1.59
Henry.
1.59
micro.
Nano Henry.
nano Henry or micro Henry?
Nano. Micro.
Nano.
Power, this is
Wow.
9.
Nano.
So it must be nano. It will not be the micro. This is 9, 10 to the power 9. So nano means 10 to the power minus 9. Micro means 10 to the power minus 6. So it will be 10 to the power minus 9 nano Henry. So L, 50% problem is solved. L you have calculated. So whatever the value of L is here, so this L value, that is done. Whatever your L, so you have solved the value of L. Okay. So have you got this? L, any doubt in this? Simple formula, only the step that you have to remember, this is small XL and you have to convert it to the capital XL. Why? Because putting on the Smith chart, you divide it by Z0. So getting it to the real value, you have to multiply it by Z0. So this is the normalized value and capital XL is the denormalized value. So this step is very much important. So this is what essentially we have to do. So this step we did, and Excel we got. We have the simple formula of Excel. Why we are using Excel? Why not? I am asking one simple question. Why we are using here Excel? Why not your BL? Why not susceptance? Quickly. Why we are using here Excel?
So we are moving on the impedance circle.
Yes, correct. We are moving on an impedance circle, and that's why this element is in series. So that's why it is XL. It will not be the BL. But the next element, that is what, this capacitor. So this capacitor we will take the BC. Why BC? Because we are moving on. We will move on the admittance circle as it is shown here. Okay. Now come back. Is there any doubt in this Excel part? No. Okay. So now we will go here. Now here we can just check it out. Now the next part is remain whatever this blue line. Okay. Whatever this blue line is there. So this blue line will give you what? Blue line will give you the remaining answer. That is the value of capacitor. Now for the blue line, the value of capacitor, this is what reactance, the susceptance part or the reactant part, here it will be 0 because it is on the horizontal line. Any reactance or the susceptance part will be 0. So it is 0. Now only the thing is you have to read here. So you just go from here. So what is the value you can read here? Here. Anyone can read this value? How much is this?
0.5.
Now two values are here, 0.5 or it is 2. So whether it is 0.5 or whether it is 2, which one we have to take? This is what very, very essential. I'll just mark it here. So if you will able to resolve this issue here, whatever this value, whether this will be 0.5 or 2. Anyone
So
can?
2 is for impedance, right?
0.5 is?
So 2.0 is for impedance and 0.5 is for admittance.
0.5 is for admittance. Okay. Any other? I will give you the reference. This ZL value, you just check this ZL value. ZL value what? This is 0.2 real part. Okay, it is okay. And what we taken, this is 0.2. So 0.2, this is 0.2. Thick line and dotted line also. And this is what? 0.3. This is what? 0.4. And this will be definitely 0.5. So whatever the opposite line, the thing that will be what? That will be your thick line. And this 2, it will be for your dotted line. So 2, because you can see here, your 0 start from here. With 0 start from here? Your impedance 0 start from here. So impedance it is 0, impedance it is 0.1, impedance it is 0.2, impedance it is 0.3, impedance it is 0.4, and it will be impedance 0.5. So this 0.5 will be the impedance, and we are going on the admittance circle, not the impedance. So definitely this 2 will be the your admittance circle. Are you agree with me? So this 2
Yes, sir.
will be your admittance circle. So this point, at this point, what will be the value? It is 2. So very minutely you just observe, just put your logic or whatever the things I told, you put your Z chart and Y chart near to each other, and then that's it. So this is what this point will give 2 and this point will be 0. So you are going from here to here. That's it. Okay. So this Smith chart use is over. So only now we have to do the calculation. So what 2 minus 0 and 2 minus 0 what it will be? So I'll just remove this so that so I'll remove this so that I can do it in a. So this is what the part we did. Okay. Okay, now we will go here. Now in this, I will just go for this is not required. Okay, let it be. I'll use the. So here, this is what your capacitor. Now you have to go for your capacitor. So for the capacitor, what I'll write here 2 minus 0. So you got this answer, that is 2 minus 0 previously. So it will be equals to 2. So what value you are getting this 2 equals to? What is this? This is X or C, X or B? It is X or B? Quickly.
B.
So it will be BC. C is the capacitance, so BC. And it will be what? Small value. Why small? Because it is from the impedance. It is from the Smith chart. Now I want capital BC. You write all these things. Okay, we feel, अरे इसका क्या जरूरत है? But you write, because these are the probable mistake. And if you will not convert small bc to capital BC, you will not get the marks. Your entire problem will be wrong. So capital BC. So what?
Sir,
Yes.
sir,
Yes.
sir, why you have done 2 minus 0 for small bc? That 0 part I didn't get.
0, 2 minus 0. Okay.
Yeah.
Here I just rub it. So your Z0 was here. This is what your, I'll just draw it again. What we did from here, we had drawn, this is what 1 plus BC circle, and this was at here 2. So it was here somewhere here. Okay. So here this point we got 2. What we are doing, this is 2.2. So initially from this point to this was your Z. So from Z we had gone here and we were intersecting this circle, which 1 plus JB, and now we are going from 1 plus JB to here. Okay, so this will be your second point of intersection. Now our interest is from this point to down. So what will be the reactance part? This real part is 1. So the susceptance part, here it is 2. Are you getting? Here it is 2. So whatever the value of this susceptance 2, and what is the value of susceptance here? 0. So that's why it is 2 minus 0. Are you getting this? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So that's why this is what your capacitor. This second arc, whatever the second arc you had taken, this is the value of your capacitor. This second arc, this is what your capacitor. Okay, so that's why we are doing this. Agree? Okay. So So this is what the thing here. Now this is small bc equals to 2 minus 0. So it is 2. Now formula you write small bc into what we will do, small bc into what? Anyone quickly? Small bc to capital BC
1 upon Z0.
into
1 upon Z0.
correct into 1 upon z0. Why 1 upon z0? Because
Because it is admittance.
so this point you have to remember. So I'll write it as the y0. BC, as this is BC, here for the XL we multiply by the Z0. So similarly here for the for this we have to multiply it by the what? Y0. So here what you can say, capital BC equals to small bc, that is 2, and multiplied by y0. So what I can do, divide by z0. Can I do this? So y0 is 1 by z0. So 1 by 50. So multiplied by 1 by 50. So what will be the answer? Quickly.
0.04.
0.04. Correct? Okay. So this will be your BC. Now we want the relation between BC and your capacitance. So any formula for the relation between BC and capacitance? Similar on this line. What we do? Okay.
1 upon 2 pi.
Sorry.
1 upon 2 pi FC.
Okay. 1 upon 2 pi FC. Okay. So we are not familiar about this relation. 1 upon 2 pi FC is not the formula for BC. What formula we have? That is, we have this XC. Now XC, you know. What is XC equals to? 1 upon 2 pi FC. Is this formula that you know?
Yes, sir.
Now can you convert this to BC? What is the relation between BC and XC? They are inverse of each other. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can I write this BC equals to, instead of 1 upon 2 pi FC, I will simply write this BC equals to 2 pi FC. That's it. BC equals to 2 pi FC. So you have written. So this is the simple formula of BC. That is BC equals to 2 pi FC. Am I right? Now you can put the values for this. So 2 into pi, that is 3.14, and into F is 1 gigahertz. 1 into 10 to the power 9, 10 to the power 9, and so this is, and C. Okay, now C you want. Okay, so just rearrange it into your C. These values you got. So can you get C equals to? C equals to BC upon this. BC value, how much you got? BC equals to 0.04. So 0.04 divided by 2 into pi into 1 into 10 to the power 9. What will be the C? C value?
6.36 pico. picofarad. 6.36 picofarad.
6 राउंड अप करके 37 होगा क्या?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 6.37 picofarad. Okay, so this will be the answer. 6.36 37 6.37 picofarad. So this is what the answer we got. What we got? We got the value of C, we got the value of L. So both the values are we got. But this is what one side, man, this is the complete problem. This is the complete solution. Only you have to find it out the L and C. And only the thing is that here, this is what your 2 from here you will have. So on this, what you can see that here it is your 0.2 to this is what your. Now we have gone for this side up and then we come down. This solution we did. Now the another solution is we just go down and then come up. Okay, how? So you can just do this. So here it is 0.2, here will be your ZL. Now you go down, sorry, again we have to come down. Wait, we will come down. Okay, I have to minimize this Smith chart. Okay, so this, so the second part will be that you can do by this. So this will be your ZL 2.2. So from here you just come down. So it is 0.2 and from here on this line, this is the impedance circle. You come down. So it will be 1 point and the second point you just go from here on your 1 plus JB circle. Here you reach. So this is it. This is the another problem. So can you quickly just give me only the circuit? This is your previous circuit. So for this, what will be the circuit? This is the impedance. So first element will be in series or parallel? You are on the impedance circle. So first element will be series or parallel? Quickly.
Series.
Series. So first element will be series. Inductor or capacitor? You are going clockwise or anti-clockwise? Anti-clockwise. So
Capacitor.
Anti-clockwise. So you will have the capacitor. So first element in series, that will be the capacitor. This is what your ZL, and this is what your ZL, and the second element will be from here. This is what on the Y circle. Y circle you are going. So it will be parallel. So parallel. What will be the element? Y, you are going
Inductor.
clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Clockwise.
Clockwise. So in Y clockwise, then you are going clockwise in Y. Here from this point here, is it clockwise?
Anti-clock.
Anti-clockwise. So in Y anti-clockwise. So element will be
Inductor.
inductor. Yes, these rules only you have to find it out. Anti-clockwise inductor. So this is L and C. And by finding out this value, you will get the XC. Here you will get XC, and here you will get BL. And accordingly, you put the values in formula and solve it. That's it. Any question? Okay, so we will stop here.